Okay, what is this, Lady Ada?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Show and Tell. It's me, Lady Ada, your singing engineer. With me is Mr. Lady Ada. It's time for our show and tell, as this lovely sign tells you, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and so it's our time to see what's up in the community. We're broadcasting live from the Adafruit headquarters in Manhattan, but we have people from around the world showing off their electronics and cosplay and 3D printing and music projects. We're going to kick off and check in with some Adafruit peeps, and then we'll go and see who else in the community has got stuff going on. Everybody, can you mute your mics, and we'll call on you. Take 2-3 minutes, shuffle your prize. We'll be out of here at 7:50. Let's start with Katney.
Hello.
Hello.
So over the past month or so, I've been working on designing boards, which I have brought onto Show and Tell. I've shown the routing of those boards in Eagle, and I've shown working with the prototypes. However, the first board that I designed has actually gone into production. It is in the store. It is available for purchase. It is VML7700, and what's really cool is that it's got my name on the back. If I can get it to focus.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So I wanted to show up and show that off because I'm so super excited about this.
Yay!
I have been showing it to everyone.
Well, now we have it as an Eagle Cat object, so we just like, maybe you can make a board where it's just all like Katney's like, got it.
Yeah, it'll be like the flying toasters, except Katney's.
That's right. So excited for you to be my new screensaver. And more boards coming as well. This is your first one, so good work with that one.
Thank you. I also wanted to take the time to mention that we are going to be at PyCon 2019, which is May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And every day at the conference, we are going to be hosting an open spaces, which is where we have a room, and it'll be, I think 6 of us at this point, all there to guide you through using the brand new Adafruit DigiKey Circuit Playground Express, the red special edition one that we have sponsored with DigiKey for PyCon this year. So we'll be having all kinds of example code and help everybody through learning how to use CircuitPython and the new Circuit Playground Express.
Yay.
Amazing.
And we'll have more information on that on the blog. We have posts, newsletters that go every week, and we'll probably be mentioning on the shows all this month leading up to PyCon.
Oh, there's even a Shabbat dinner. Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Thank you, Katney. And everybody, if you're wondering, how can I support Katney and her amazing guides and her projects and all the work she does in Discord to help people, pick up one of her boards.
Pick up a board?
Yeah, that's how we pay Katney.
Right.
So you can afford coffee.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. All right, next up, let's check in with Erin.
Hello. So I have kind of a silly project this week. We've got this partnership going on with Cartoon Network, and I've been watching lots of cartoons, which is always a lot of fun, and I'm watching Steven Universe. So this week I decided to do a Steven Universe cosplay, and I just launched a guide where I made a Steven Universe t-shirt, which is very sparkly. And I also have, Steven has in his belly button a gem that lights up whenever he gets all excited. So I do the same thing. If I get excited, then I start to sparkle. So it's kind of fun. It's a very silly project. I wore it to my makerspace, and all the teenage boys were like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing!" So that was pretty
cool. You still got it.
That's right. So so that's my project. I just launched the guide yesterday. So it's just a silly, fun one, real easy to do, great for kids. So just wanted to let everybody know it's out there.
I like to use the sound reaction because it's a little used. Whoa, it's the phone.
Sorry.
It's a little used sensor element, but it is true. It's like if you're excited, you yell and it lights up. It's like, of course, the next thing is everyone just starts yelling at your belly button, which is always a really good time at a cosplay convention.
Hard to go wrong. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Erin. And of course, check out all of our amazing guides. A lot of guides went live this week, and more to come. All right, next up, let's check in with JP.
Hey, all right. I have a cool PyPortal project that I'm working on this week, and I'm writing a guide on. This is the NASA Astronomy Picture of the Day. APOD is a server that NASA has. There's an API where you can go and you can register for free to get an API key. And the cool thing about this project is that this is, I think, the first PyPortal project that I've done that we're doing a guide on that is able to go out, grab an image, and then convert that image on our servers to a bitmap, a BMP file of the proper bit depth and size, and then shoot that image back over to the PyPortal to store as a BMP cache and then display it. So this one essentially checks every half an hour just so that we don't miss it when the day changes. But once a day, NASA has a new image available. And you can also see on there's some text that we're grabbing, which is the date, today's date, as well as the name of the image. This one is called Wisps Surrounding the Horsehead Nebula.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited.
That's great.
I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about how and why we're doing what we're doing with image conversions, but that was something that needed to be solved to make these sorts of projects possible, right?
Yeah, this is actually an Adafruit IO service. So we have two services, a time service, which we've used in a bunch of projects, which I've talked about. What's really cool is it solves the problem of daylight savings time. So using a real-time clock on your board, you still have to figure out when does daylight savings time start and stop. And it's always like a total nightmare to deal with because it's like you have to tell people to customize the stuff. Whereas our time service is really nice. You just tell it, well, you can just go by IP address and it'll figure out where you live. Or you can tell it your time zone. And it will do all your date time zone, daylight savings calculations, and always give you the right time. And then likewise, this image service, also it's free with Adafruit IO, which is free, is it will take a JPEG, it'll resize it to your screen size. You tell it how big you want it, and it'll convert it from a JPEG, which is a compressed format, into a BMP, which is an uncompressed format. And it's a lot easier for microcontrollers to display uncompressed because they just open the file and they just dump the data to the display. They don't have to like do any uncompression stuff, which is always a little bit hairy. Like sometimes you can do it, but you don't have to. And we use the onboard storage of the Circuit Python board to cache the file. So it downloads it. It only takes like 9 seconds to download the full file and display it. It's pretty fast. It works
great. Yeah. And so for people who are starting to do PyPortal projects, I recommend go register for Adafruit IO if you haven't already. It's free. Get your username and your key and put those into your secrets file. Because a lot of our projects are PyPortal or the code.py will go and ask the secrets file for some of that info about your Adafruit IO key and then use it for things like image conversion and time. So that's super helpful.
Yeah, if only had a way to like display like photos of cats or something next, that would be
entirely possible.
Get on that, JP.
We're on it. I just wanted to put in a brief plug. I'm going to be going to Miami this weekend to go to Maker Faire Miami, and I'm going to be doing a talk on Sunday. And I'm going to bring some projects and props. And one of the ones I think I'm going to be bringing, actually, I better just say I'm going to bring because now I've teased it, is my Lucio Blaster. So if people want to come and take a look at the Lucio Blaster and fire it up and make it do sound effects and things like that, here we go. That's going to be there on display. And I'm going to be doing a talk about how I believe that sharing is a huge component in leveling up your making skills. So I'm going to talk about some of the stuff I do with Adafruit sharing projects and ways that people can share their projects to sort of raise up the level of everyone, including themselves, because I find it helpful both. I learn a lot by sharing things, and I also learn a ton from the things that other people share. So that'll be on Sunday, the 7th at Maker Faire Miami.
Okay.
All right.
Epic. All right, next up, let's go to Mike B.
Hi, guys. Just a little work in progress here. I've got my PyPortal. This is actually, and it's not the one from my AdaBox, but it is the nice purple flexi cable that came with AdaBox, which makes it ultra easy to show things here on the screen. But what I've done is I've programmed it with the buttons capability. What I'd like to do is that little game where you have random buttons and you slide them all around and you try to order them in numerical order. So in the time I had today, I've gotten the buttons done and the randomness done and all the underlying data structures. And then I've looked at some other code like the clock code and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll look for certain touches and translate those to moving the buttons to the appropriate place and then doing a check, do you have them lined up or not? So It's really easy using CircuitPython to do some of this. I think if I had to do it in an Arduino, I'd be slogging through like a week worth of coding. I'll have it done in basically a couple half days and have a cute little game here.
Sliding tile game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
I remember I had a physical one of those when I was a kid. Man.
I think we all did because I mean, our parents would get them for like a nickel or something, and you know, everybody would just be, you know, it's like go off and play, kid. You know, it's like okay.
Okay, next up, Noe Pedro.
Oh, hey folks. Yeah, so I've been seeing a lot of e-paper.e-ink displays, Lamar. So I thought, hey, why not make a stand for the feather wing version? So we 3D printed this little stand. Uses these little standoffs to hold it in place, and it's the tricolor version. So what I'm gonna try to update that image. So right now it's blank.
Live demo.
So let's see if we can change it.
Oh boy, live demo.
Maybe maybe we want something a little bit more personal. Maybe my name. Maybe a Twitter handle. We have 3 different colors to play with. So I don't know. We'll see if it'll work. Maybe. Is it working?
Live demo. Live demo.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll
usually because e-ink takes a while to update, so it's not like you're like this isn't working. Oh hey.
There you go.
Is it working?
Yeah. Hey folks.
Oh hey, look, that's my name. Noe. Excellent. Yeah. So we put together a little learn guide that has the CAD files and some example code, so folks can quickly fire up their favorite feather, and of course the feather wing with the 2.1
And of course, the best thing is
inch.
Drag and drop a file compared to many e-ink projects we've seen.
Yeah.
Really easy.
That's pretty much what I did. And I'm also sporting that lovely programming cable. I call it programming cable because it's like my favorite cable. The reversible micro USB on both sides. So
we gotta put an order in for more and delete all the other ones we have. And then a sneak peek of a creepy PT project that we're working on. It's gonna be a simple CPX with a 3D printed holder for the servo on top with magnet on there. How is this working though?
Amazing.
It's not embedded in there.
That's real water.
And it's real water, yeah.
Water?
Take a look at this maybe
makes no sense.
in a week or two.
I don't understand. Huh. I need a guide.
All right.
We'll work on one.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, folks.
Thanks for sneaky, spooky preview. All right, Scott.
Watch out, Festo. Here we
I know. $2 Festo.
That's right.
Hey, Scott.
Hello.
Stuff going
How's
on?
it going?
Hey.
I know John Park wants one of these. I've been doing this Game Boy cart that runs CircuitPython, and I have a new version, so it doesn't have all the debug wires that the last one I think had, and it has these 2 1/8" jacks for MIDI in and out. So what I've got here is I've just got batteries in it, so this Game Boy is free besides the MIDI plug, and I already turned it on. It says Adafruit. I think if it hasn't crashed, it still goes left and right, so that's good. And then I've got this big long cable that's like 1/8 inch. And then I've got this adapter that I made because I did the wrong type of 1/8 inch MIDI. And then that's to a MIDI cord, and that's going into my keyboard here. And it plays notes. Or not. If it crashed. It's not working.
How about we come back to you and you can play us out?
All right.
You want to do that?
Let's see if I just turn it off and back on again, whether it works.
That always fixes everything.
No. Oh,
there you go.
So you're playing MIDI notes on a keyboard, sending it, and it's playing on the Game Boy speaker?
yeah. So Python Kevin Walters' MIDI library is doing all the MIDI parsing for me, and then I'm telling the Game Boy to play the note as they do it.
Sweet.
Which is pretty neat. And hopefully we'll be able to chain them together, and we'll have even more than just one, which would be pretty wild.
Can't wait till we have CircuitPython DIN-sync. All right, let's check in next with TG-Techie, then Matt, and then Joey. All right, TG. Report, please.
Yay. No, I saw this. This is a really cool keyboard.
Thank you. So that is what I'm showing today, mainly the keyboard. And I'm sorry. Can you see?
Yeah.
A little hard to demo like this. If anyone has any camera suggestions, I'd love some. But it's functioning on a PyPortal with a battery and power boost taped on the back, so I can completely unplug
Nice.
Working on this for the past 3 days, but it runs on the PyPortal. No major changes, just switching to an SPI mode. And this is a open source GUI, and it runs not only on PyPortal but on any M4 board, and supports touch or the same exact software with a different driver, not actually driver, of course, runs on button input. If I don't crash it, oh no, I just clicked enter. So yeah, with this you can enter text, and then you use your own Python to manipulate text after someone enters it in the keyboard and clicks done. Right now it only supports English, but I'm working on a version where you can make your own keyboard para las personas que no hablan inglés y quieren una otra lengua. And okay.
Or Klingon.
See. And if you have a PyPortal and just want to play around with Python GUIs, documentation's a little light, but I do have a website with the documentation as is, and a GitHub repo where the master branch should always run on the PyPortal without crashing, and I'll put those up in the Discord.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Good work.
Thank you.
Very cool. All right, next up, Matt.
Okay, Matt, you got some old computer.
Yeah, I have a VT220. The Cape Cod Maker Fair is coming up on April 27th, and I wanted to make a hands-on, kids-friendly device. So you stand in front of it and center your face in the touchscreen, and it will take your picture and display it in ASCII.
Nice. That's sweet.
You can print it from a receipt printer. See?
All right.
This is what about in Fortnite.
Printout as well that I do too.
Oh, cool.
And that's it.
All right, outstanding. If you want, of course, email support at Adafruit will send you out a sticker that you can put on the side of that. But if you want for folks to know about this and find you at Maker Faire, drop me a note, PT at Adafruit, and we'll do a blog post.
Awesome, thanks.
Take a photo or something so people know where to find you and when they're going to be able to see this.
Take an ASCII photo. I love that the lights are like these old 70s like table lamps.
Yeah, it's like a good
what my dad said, which I always shop at home first.
Yeah,
I know. This is totally classic. This is like very retro. This is like the next steampunk. It's like retro future 60s.
Goodwill punk.
Goodwill punk.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Matt.
All
That's
right,
awesome.
Joey. Hello, Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Hi. It's first time coming on the show and tell, actually.
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you.
So, kind of a work in progress here. It's a software. It's a fork of the Adafruit graphics library that supports all of the languages of the world.
Wow.
Cool.
Using this font called GNU-Unifont. So it's this 8x8, sometimes 8x16, sometimes 16x16 bitmap font. It's kind of easier to see on the PyPortal here. That covers the entire basic multilingual plane. So it won't fit on a microcontroller, but it'll fit on the SPI flash chip on a Feather M0 Express, M4 Express, any of the Express things, PyPortal. So yeah, it's I can send a link to the GitHub repository because it's all just, a fork of y'all's library. But yeah, I say it's a work in progress because what I'm really trying to work on is the idea of like a kind of open source DIY e-reader where you could like display any text from any culture in the world. So this is like the first page of the Odyssey in Greek. Here I got a little M0 Express showing like a page of the Tao Te Ching in Chinese.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it's a really fun project. And again, any board that has the SPI flash chip, it's just like the Unifont comes out to like 1.8 megabytes. So it like just barely fits on the chip.
That's neat.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Good work. Yeah.
You get a sticker. Email support@adafruit.com. We'll send you out a sticker. And email me pt@adafruit, and I'll do a blog post about that, and I'll include that in our next newsletter as well for Python on hardware.
Oh, this is actually Arduino.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
I cover it all. Well, it's running on a PyPortal, and that's one of the fun things that we can say is like, you get one thing and you can use it for lots of different things, much like your
well, we're doing a lot of multi-language stuff in PyPortal. So I think in CircuitPython, so I'm kind of interested in how other how would you do an Arduino that doesn't have like a native, UTF-8 support the way Python 3 does.
I had to include like a UTF-8 parser that I found open source, and kind of turns that into code points that I use. So yeah.
Okay, super neat.
Yeah, like CircuitPython's a couple of years old. Arduino is a little bit older, and so we're like, oh, what are the things that we can do? And we got pretty close with PyPortal. You could do a lot of advanced things that are really hard to do in Arduino, but some of the things like fonts and some of the type of text, we're still working on.
We do it with CircuitPython. It does support. You can use Unicode fonts, but it's we don't have right to left yet. I think, and it doesn't do like ligature text automatically, of course, because you'd have to use an editor to like make your ligatures and stuff.
And in our coming soon, we have all of our new e-ink displays, so you'll probably get a kick out of those. Some big ones. Okay. All right. Well, email support, you get a sticker, email PT, and I do a blog post, and I'd also like to include that in one of our newsletters.
Yeah, and if it's a fork of GFX or something, submit a pull request if there's some way for us to add it for other people. I don't know how easy it is, or if it's a full rewrite.
Not because I kind of killed all graphic font support in my fork.
Yeah, you have to completely do it. But it's so interesting. I mean, like, let us know. We'll link people to it. So we'll be like, hey, if you want to just do multi-language support. It is something we've been thinking about, like how to better support fonts in Arduino. Because, yeah, it's like we only have English font support and, like, some Euro fonts, if it's just simple accents.
Right on. Well, thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, Joey. Good project. All right, that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for making us this half an hour of our week every single week. Thank you, TG-Techie. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Noe
Pedro, Mike, Matt, Katney.
Thank you, John. Astronomy for today. Thank you, Joey.
The Horsehead Nebula.
Scott, do you want to try to play us out with your...
We can see if it's still working.
Yeah.
I also don't play piano, so...
No, of course not. That's why you have a synthesizer.
Yeah, it's got like a sequencer in it, but I haven't loaded anything. It's very chiptune-y.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, we'll see everybody on Ask an Engineer in just a few minutes. And don't forget, we're here every single week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, we'll still be doing a show and tell, but after the show and tell is John Park with AdaBox Unboxing. So that is next week. See you later.
Bye, folks.
Bye-bye.